Brenda Steele watched as Clive Frost from accounts sidled by her desk in his nice sexy suit. She really liked him, and wanted to gather the courage to ask him for a donut or a coffee, but her horribly low self-esteem and unlikely shell of childlike innocence that normally only exists in poorly-written fiction always made things difficult. She was 21, petite, and had just graduated the college for sexy, innocent stereotypes with flying colours. Her brown-red hair, a colour that suggests a subtextual hidden passion, flowed across her shoulders like, I don't know, a river or whatever, of hair. She hadn't been deflowered yet, and her love tulip throbbed confusingly at the sight of Clive. She wanted him, but blah blah blah, innocence, blah blah, confidence. It's not like she never got attention from men, she just wasn't sure she'd met someone who was enough of a misogynistic pigcock for her yet. Clive caught her gaze and furrowed his handsome brow, and forced a tiny smile out of his handsome lips, handsomely. He was very good-looking, perhaps ridiculously so, and his brooding, icy exterior made him somehow more attractive to the women. All the men in the office think he's a right cunt, though. "Hi," he said handsomely. "Oh, hi, yeah, hello," Brenda stuttered, like a twat, but by the time she had squeezed the reply from her stupid head, he had passed her desk and continued towards whatever it was he was heading off to do. Her eyes were transfixed by his muscular buttocks contracting and extending in that way they do when human beings walk. Before she knew where she was, her hand was up her skirt and crawling into her knickers. "What am I doing?" she thought, in italics. "Why is my fanny all tingly and stuff?" She quickly composed herself and headed off to the ladies' toilets. She was blushing, and her cheeks were hot, so she wanted to splash some water on her face to reduce the temperature of her cheeks because, as stated earlier, they were hot. When she ran across the office, she did that stupid wrists-out girl run that girls don't actually do in real life, but for some reason Japanese manga cartoons think that they do. Chapter 2. This is a new scene because she's back home now, so it's a different scene. Brenda cranked both taps so that the water was coming out of them very fast and filling up the bath. She did this because she had just got home from her work as a keyboard woman at Executive Administration Industries Limited, and she wanted a bath not only to clean off her body, but also to help her relax, which is sometimes the tertiary benefit of bathing. Instead of going to play a round of domination on Black Ops while waiting, like normal people do, she spent ages faffing about with sensual candles and oils and that. "Time to clean my inner goddess," Brenda thought, which is something she says often because she is a right gimp. "I'm a woman, and I deserve some rest and relaxation to help me get over the fact that I get paid less than the men and have a smaller brain, which is a scientific fact proven by many respected studies." At the exact moment she finished thinking, the bath was now filled, and she turned off the taps, sensually. She unbuttoned and removed her blouse slowly, then unclipped her bra and let her wangers out for some fresh air. Then she took off her really tight skirt so all her arse and minge were out as well. As she lowered herself into the bath and the hot water splashed onto her whoopsie-doodah, she had an involuntary flashback to Clive's handsome arse slapping about underneath his trousers earlier on at work. "Yum yum lol," she thought. "That's a dessert I wouldn't feel self-conscious and disappointed with myself for eating because of perceived societal norms with regards to womanly appearances." Before she knew where she was still in the bath at this point. Her hand had once again wandered its way onto her foo-foo-la-la, and was gently kneading the front lumpy bits with the flaps near it. She imagined Clive thrusting on top of her in the bath, and was concerned because he was still clothed and all his clothes would have gotten really wet. His 100-inch penis, she didn't really know measurements because, well, she is a woman, smashed into her like a bunch of orcs slamming that big massive battering ram into the doors of Helm's Deep. Then she lady jizzed all up the ceramic tiles.